Namaskar friends, this is the 8th lesson where we create online MP3 player. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share and hit the bell icon for latest notification. Okay, this is what I have a preview. This is the real app which is running on my handset right now, and here you can see I have a layout with a square size image with a scrollable right and left. Okay, and down I have a rectangle image with the title movies. Okay, which is also scrollable to right and left. Okay, but I have added only two functions, okay, for the worship song and the YouTube music. So when you tap on the worship song, it lists the playlist songs. Okay, and when we tap on the place all, it will sing a song. Okay, you can see the first song is being played, and when I tap on the next, it will start playing the next song. Okay, see again, when I play next, it will go on playing the next songs. You can see again, when I tap on next, it starts playing from the first song. Okay, let me pause and let me go back by tapping on the back. Okay, when I tap back, it takes me here. So now let me tap on YouTube. I have tapped on YouTube and you can see all the song of the playlist song which is listed. So when I tap on particular song, for example, I'll tap on infiltration device, the second song, and then it will load and it will start playing. Now when I press previous song, it should play the first song. You can see it is playing. Now I'll tap on the previous song again, and you can see the third song is being played. So as of now I have added only two functions, so you can make like this. Okay, movable layout. Okay, and then add functions. Okay, so now I'll show you how I did all these stuffs. Okay, let's go to our PC. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share and hit the bell icon for latest notification. Let me show you first. This is the layout, the main page with that title main page. Okay, so what I did, I took a space. First of all, here I drag a space, and from where I got space, go to layout. Okay, and then go to general, and here there is a space. Okay, 1 2 3 4 fifth in the list fifth. So I drag and keep here space, and then I give the height 10 pixel. Then I drag from the interface a label. Okay, this is the label. This one I drag and then give the label name discover. Okay, and then a text name discover, and then I give the color to blue, and also I increase the font size to 18 and give the font type to bold. Okay, then I grabs another space from the layout. Okay, from the general layout general, and then this time I give the space height to 5 pixel. Okay, this is it. Then on the fourthly, I took a horizontal scroll arrangement. You can see here that is on the in the same category, in the same component. 1 2 3 4, this fourth component. Okay, in the wizard fourth component, layout general, and then the fourth component I drag here, and then I set the align horizontal to left and align vertical to center. Okay, and then I set the width to fill parent, and the height is automatic, and then of course it is visible. Okay, then this scroll I remove. Don't put this scroll bar. If you put scroll bar, it will look very ugly. The scroll bar will be visible, so you just untick it. Okay, by default it is ticked, but you have to untick it, okay, yourself. And then I took another space and then gave 5 pixel. Okay, Okay, before that, here is the, okay, here is our what do you call, horizontal scroll arrangement. Then I took space. Okay, this space is on the left side of this layout. Okay, this is the layout on the left side of this layout. Actually, this, where is this? Yeah, it should be, yes, yeah. Okay, this is on the left side. And then what I did, then I took another vertical arrangement, this one. Go to our layout, go to general, and then second last you see here vertical arrangement. Okay, this is the one, vertical arrangement. Okay, then I drag here this card view inside the vertical arrangement. Before that I set the vertical arrangement align horizontal to center and align vertical to center as well. And then what I did, I dragged here card view. You can see first in the list card view. Okay, inside the card view I drag a picture from the interface. You can see here label, I mean sorry, this image I dragged. Okay, and then below that you can see with the title worship song, that is the label. Okay, so what I did regarding this card view, I also set the card view to clickable, full clickable, and that is the reason why I change into rename into button worship, so that whenever we click a function is being triggered. So that's why I gave a button worship. Okay, so and then image is I set the scale picture to fit. Okay, I tick mark, before it was not fit. And then I also upload a picture with the name worship.png, which I set here. And the height and width I give 65 pixel, so that it is square in size. Okay, and that is the same thing I did for other remaining this items in this horizontal view, and all are square and all has height and width 65 pixel. Okay, then after that I took another space, okay, from the layout general, and this time I gave 25 pixel height. Okay, 25 pixel height, and then I grabs label, I name it to movies. Okay, movies, and then I change the color, of course, and then the font size to 18 I set, and the font type to font bold. Okay, then I grabs another space, and this time I gave height to 5 pixel. Then I grabs another horizontal, here you can see it, horizontal scroll arrangement. Okay, horizontal scroll arrangement, and set the alignment horizontal to left, so that always it is indented towards left. And then align vertical to center. And then I drag here card view. Okay, after dragging card view, inside the card view I drag a picture which is from the interface. Okay, this picture, and then I set the size of the picture to, you can see here, let me take on the picture. See, I give the height 65 and I give the width 120 pixel. Okay, so it is a rectangle in shape, and I picked up a picture which I uploaded in the asset. Okay, and also I set the scale picture to fit. Okay, so the same thing I did here, I took in between I took space, I grabbed space with which I gave 15 pixel, and the same thing I did for other also. But at this time I have not add any function to this items. Only I had add function for worship song and YouTube music, which are card view. Okay, so that is what I did. And one more thing, I also changed here main page. Okay, I changed the align horizontal to left. Why? Because I want this title, like for example the first one is discover and the second one movies, so I want this to be aligned towards left of the screen. Okay, that is the reason why I changed the align horizontal to left. It was centered, but then here I changed to left. And also I changed align vertical to top, because I want everything to be listed from top to down. So that is the reason why I did top. I earlier it was center, but now then I set into top. So that is what I did. code. Now come, let's go now to the block. Okay, in the block, what I did, see here. What I did, first of all, I made a global variable with the name category and assign an empty dictionary. Okay, then I grabs from here, from procedure, you can see here procedure. Okay, procedure, I grabs this block with the name to procedure. Okay, I grabs and then rename to category generator. Then I assign a parameter key and parameter value. Okay, so what I did, I said, then I grabs from the dictionary, here dictionary, uh, set value. You've got this set value for key. Okay, set value for key is the key, and then in dictionary, dictionary is this global variable. This is the dictionary category, so I set it here, and the value is the parameter of the value I set. Then after that, I also set this open another screen with start value. Where I got it, I got from the control. You can see here control, this is the one. So what we want to divert the user to this screen 1 page. Okay, that is the reason we give the name screen 1, and the start value will be the dictionary itself, which is category. Okay, so we will transfer this value to the screen 1 as well. So this is so instead of doing the same thing twice, I did once, and then I use this function here. So as soon as you create this function here, automatically it will list for you down below. Okay, so you have to grabs that. I grabs it here, and then I give the key cat, which stands for category, and the value is the label value. Okay, before that, this one button worship is this our what do you call this, the button worship, which is in reality actually this is a card view, which I renamed to button worship. Okay, so whenever somebody clicks here, a user clicks here, it will get the label from inside this card view, I mean from this vertical arrangement. Okay, this label, it will get label text. Okay, here you can see label text. Okay, the text which is name a worship song, that will be the value, and the key will be cat. The same thing will be for the YouTube also. Button YouTube, I have given the name to the card view, and then when the card view is clicked, then it will set the category to cat, but the value will be YouTube musics. Okay, so that is what it will carry when we click. It will, after setting the values, it will directly go to this screen 1 page. Let me show you screen 1 page. Okay, here screen 1 page. The earlier I have not done I have much changes here. I made very slight change, and that is I renamed this. Okay, this was image 1, then I renamed to artist image, and then also the here, I mean the label, it was label 1, then I changed it to song category. Why? Because we need this value to change. Okay, that is the reason I changed the name, so that it is easy for us to use. So here you can see where is it? Okay, before that, as we come in the screen 1 page, this is the screen 1 page. Okay, and this is the block. Let me let you know that. See, let us go to our Firebase storage. Okay, this is our Firebase storage, wherein I created a folder using this create folder with the plus sign icon. If you click, you have a option for giving your folder name. Okay, but I will set it to cancel because I don't want to give. So I created a folder, a worship, with the name worship, and then here I uploaded 3 songs. You can see here 3 songs. And how I got the link of this song, I got it from the file location. When you click any of the song, it go and you have an option on the right side with the file location. Just click that and it will drop down, it will expand. Okay, and then here you have SS token. Just click there and then it will copy for you in the clipboard. Okay, that is the same thing I did for all this tree. And then I went to kodular, and then here I gave the part of the songs, 3 songs, you can see, with a global variable name worship playlist. Okay, and also I have a worship title, which is the title of this song. Okay, I have given 3 titles for 3 songs for each. Okay, and here I changed the I rename it to YT playlist and YT play title. This was there in the earlier video session as well. Only I changed the name. There is no change much here. And then in this case, I just want to let you know. See, I have only one folder, whereas other three songs have no folder. Okay, but in real world, you will make a folder according to category of the song, so that you can differentiate the song. Okay, and then you will set all the song or upload inside that folder. Okay, but in my case, I have not done. In real case, you should do it. So let's go back. That is what we did. And then now let's come here to our initialize page. Here what we did, as soon as we get the value from the main page, okay, what we did, we made a global variable, okay, with the empty text, or with the empty, which is empty, set to empty. And then here category, okay, I put from here dictionary. There is an function here. It's called get value for key in dictionary, or if not found, not found. Okay, I grabs this and set it this because I know the value is dictionary, right? So that is the reason why I picked up this dictionary block here to get the value, and we know also the key is cat. Okay, then the dictionary name is inside equals to start value. Okay, and if there is no value, if it is empty, it will say not found. Okay, so I set it to not, then I get a value, and I set here the value, the category, which category it is. Then here leave it, this one will, I'll let you know later. Here what we do, we check. Okay, we check if the category is equals to YouTube music. If it is YouTube music, then here we also create another global variable, is YouTube. YT means YouTube. There's a short form. Then in we by default we give it false. Okay, but here if it is YouTube, okay, then we set it to true. Okay, also we change the artist image to the YouTube image. Okay, and the song category we set the YouTube music. Okay, and then we loop the YouTube title, which in our case here. Okay, as of now I have only set only two categories here. You can set as much as you want. Okay, so it will loop over this title. I have also explained regarding this thing in the earlier video tutorial. If you have not watched, please go back and watch it. Okay, and that is what we did. But suppose it is not YouTube. Okay, this is YouTube, and we also check whether it is worship song or not. If it is worship song, then we set the YouTube is YouTube to false. Okay, so and then we set our worship image to the picture, and then text we set the worship song, which is the category of the song, and we list the title. Okay, and then after listing, it will be visible to the user with the playlist. Okay, based on the category selected by him or by her. Okay, that is what happened here. So one more thing here, see here, I have said is begin. You can see here a global boolean is begin equals to true, which means for the first time when this screen opens, we want the screen to take us to the main page. Okay, instead of coming to the playlist, because we want the user to select the category, and that is the reason why we divert the user to the main page. Okay, and we want to tell the user that the main page is our real main page, and that is the reason why we divert. So in this case we check if it is true, if it is begin, yes, and if the value is empty. Okay, for the first time it will be always value empty because the user doesn't click the category of the song, and that is why it will be empty. So this two checking is very important, otherwise your page will often divert is to the main page. It will never come here. Okay, or you will never see the playlist, and that is the reason this two checking is very important. Don't forget this, you need to do this. And then we said if it is true, I mean if it is for the first time this page is being opened, then we set the begin to false, and we divert the user to the main page. Okay, that is the reason. Open another screen with screen name. Okay, we set it false so that when next time when the user clicks one of the category, then the page will not go back to the main page again unless we press the back button. Okay, so that is what we are doing here. Okay, now I also make changes here, like for example here we have a playlist. Okay, I made here change. What I did, since if here, okay, let me let you know. See, if the page is, if it is paused, okay, if it is playing, then it pause, and then here we check, is it YouTube? If it is YouTube, then we change the YouTube playlist title and subtitle. Okay, but in case it is not YouTube, that means if it is worship, since as of now we have only two category, so we have worship, so in that case we what we do, we update the title and get the subtitle of the playlist. Okay, and then also here this place, what we do here, else there is if it is playing, or if it is playing and position equals to 0. Okay, now when it is paused, okay, when it is paused, so we click again and then it plays song. That time we will check the, if it is YouTube, then we set uh, the part of the YouTube playlist. You can see that's why there are two sources for if and for else. Else means it will set the part of the worship playlist. Okay, and then also we set the timer true. So as soon as we set the timer true, it will take us to this page, this timer. Okay, this timer, and here also if it is loading, then after that inside this, if it is loading, we again check, okay, whether it is YouTube or not. If it is YouTube, we update the YouTube UI, I mean the image, to loader.gift, and also the title and the subtitle. And if it is not YouTube, we set it to worship title and subtitle, and also we also set the loader.toGIF. And once it starts playing, we check again whether it is YouTube or not. If it is YouTube, then we change the YouTube title and subtitle, and of course we also update the picture image with equalizer. And then if it is not YouTube, then we set the title and the subtitle of the worship song. Okay, then at last we set the timer to false. Okay, then now here, wait, let me just collapse. So the same thing we did here. Okay, in case it is playing, okay, we pause it and then we check whether it is YouTube, or if it is YouTube, then we update the playlist title and subtitle, and also we change the source and set it to the YouTube playlist source. Okay, and then if it is not a YouTube, that means if it is worship, we update the title and subtitle as well, and then we set the source to the worship song. Okay, here that is the reason why you see here worship playlist. Okay, and then the same thing we do here also, else. Okay, which means here, let me just check. Okay, if it is pause, what we did, first of all we check whether it is YouTube. If it is YouTube, then we change the source of the song to the YouTube playlist. And then if it is not YouTube, that means if it is worship, we change the source to the worship playlist. Okay, and then again here also we set the timer on, and it takes us to here, and it does the same thing. Okay, now when we press on the play all button, what happens? This is particular specific item. When you click, this will uh, operate, or this will execute. But what about when you press play all button? Okay, when you press play all button, okay, if it is playing, then we pause and then we update. If it is YouTube, we update the YouTube title and subtitle, and then uh, we also change this you call what you call it, and the source, the playlist source of the YouTube. And if it is worship, okay, we update the title and the subtitle of the worship song playlist, and then we change the source to worship playlist source. So this way we do the same thing, and we have also changed when the song completes. Okay, this is when play all button, and then collapse block. When the song completes, suppose we have pressed play all and the song has completed. Okay, here also if the song is completed, and then we check whether it is YouTube or not. If it is YouTube, we update the YouTube title and subtitle. Also, if it is not YouTube, if it is worship, we update the worship title and subtitle. And then here we also when we increment the index position of the playlist song, based on that we increment the playlist song. Okay, where is it? Okay, okay, since this is the same thing. Okay, here also we increment and then we check. Okay, if it is YouTube, then what we do, we change the playlist of the YouTube. Okay. Okay, this should come here somewhere. There is a slight change here. We have to uh, yeah, this one, right? This one is very important. uh, yeah, this one should be set here, 1. Okay, in case of YouTube. And then if it is not YouTube, okay, this should be set here, and then we change this worship title, right? This is YouTube title, YouTube play title, and we want here worship title. This is the one. Okay, so yeah, it should be like this. Okay, now it is right. Okay, yeah, now it is right. So what we do, if it is suppose it is YouTube, then we check the length of the YouTube. Okay, and then we increment it if it is necessary. If otherwise we don't, it depends on. Okay, um, okay, here we have increment, and after incrementing we check whether it is greater than the list of the YouTube playlist. If it is greater than play, then we set it 0, and then we also set the uh, source of the song to the YouTube playlist source. The same thing we do here also. We check if it is if the length of the worship song is greater than the current position, then we set it to 0, and then we set the source to the playlist of the worship song. Okay, then we start play. Also we do the same thing, then we go to the timer, we update there as well. And then okay, suppose it is not playing, suppose it is playing and then it is completed playing, but then it is not click play all song, then in that case we check again whether it is YouTube. If it is YouTube, then we update the playlist view. And then if it is not YouTube, if it is worship, then we also update the playlist of the worship. Okay, that is what we did when it is complete, when this complete function is called. Let me this collapse the block. Okay, I have collapsed. Then we also need to make change here. I'll just player control. Okay, I have made change here. Suppose we have pressed previous button. In case we have pressed the previous button, okay, we check whether it is YouTube. If it is YouTube, we update the UI of the YouTube, previous UI of the YouTube. I mean the title and the subtitle. And if it is worship, then we also update the title of the worship and the subtitle. Okay, and then here if we press, see here, where is the one? Okay, okay, we decrement it. Okay, based on that we decrement this as well. Okay, this decrement should not be like this. We have to make some change here. Okay, this one, This decrement should be under this if condition. Then we have to duplicate this as well and set it here. Okay, and set it to, where is it, okay, in this case okay, this is correct. And then just show you how I did. Let me drag this side so that we can, this one will be worship plate, worship title, right? This should be like this. Now it is fine. Yeah, now it should be fine. So we can set back here. Okay, so what we are doing basically here, we are decrementing the number by 1. Okay, if it is below, then if first we check if it is YouTube. If it is YouTube, then we decrement by, we decrement, and it is decremented of course, and then we check if it is smaller than 0. If it is smaller than 0, then we set it to 0, and then we set the source to the YouTube playlist. And then here also we check again here if it is okay, no, if it is sorry, when we go back, if the current position is greater than 0, then we here we set the current position to the length of the YouTube playlist, I mean length of the YouTube play title, -1. Okay, why -1? Because this is actually we are taking the current position as per the playlist view. Okay, I mean image list view. As per image list view, the minimum is 0 and the maximum is of course the length of the item, and that is the reason why we subtract 1 every time here when we decrement. Okay, so the same thing is done when we, if it is worship, and then we check the length of the worship title in this case. Okay, other things is remain is the same, and the source will be the worship source playlist title. Okay, the same thing when we pause or play, we check again whether it is YouTube or not. Based on that, we update the title and the subtitle, and also if we check whether it is worship. If it is worship, then we update the title and subtitle. Okay, wherein you can see here I change the worship title. Then here when we press the next button, okay, the next button, what happens, first of all we check whether it is YouTube or not. I mean if it is YouTube, then we update the title and the subtitle. If it is not YouTube, we update the this what do you call worship song title and the subtitle. And here it is incremented. Okay, you see here, if the length of the incremented, this should be inside of this block. This is the problem, this should be inside of this block. If it is YouTube, then we increment as per YouTube category, and if it is not YouTube, duplicate it and set it under this. If it is not YouTube, then it should be the length of the worship title, right? Okay, in the current position, and then it should do the magic here for us. Okay, it should be below this, right? Okay, okay, that is the changes which we made here. And one more thing here, okay, you can see here, you can see when we press the back button of our mobile, it would always take us to main page. Okay, now that we are in the main page, let's go to the main page. Here we will handle from the main page. When we click back, okay, it will check first of all whether we are signed in or not. If we are signed in, then we will close the app from here itself. But if we are not signed in, we'll divert the user to the sign in page. Okay, to the sign in page. The sign in page is here. Okay, this is the sign in page, and from here, do we have back button? Here we don't have back button press here, no problem. Next time we can check that also, we can work on that. As of now I will leave as it is. So let me show you the designer in the sign in page. Sign in page looks like this, and sign in page is this and main page is this. Okay, and the screen one page is this. Okay, so that is it. If you like my video tutorial, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for any latest notification. And you will find the download link in the below description. You can download and see yourself in your handset. As of now, signing off.